Right, so my next single, Viral Vision, is now available on all streaming platforms, and I wanted to break the meaning of the song into the most basic form that I can. I don't like to give away too much of the song. I've tried to make it as universal as possible, but the basic premise of it is making a change before it's too late. Now that could be something on a very small scale, it could be something on a very big scale. So I've got James Walton with me today, poet and writer. What do you think's the biggest change that you need to make that you maybe haven't, or a change that you've made recently that you feel like you had to make because if you didn't make that, it was going to have a catastrophic effect on your life, if that makes sense?
I'd probably say for me, it's the thing of finally going like self-employed. I've spent years working in jobs, some that I've not minded, and the ones that I've absolutely hated, all because it puts food on the table and it's getting a wage at the end of the month. And through all that and realising that your employers just don't give a shit, can't be asked to pay you on time, I'd kind of thought, right, I've had enough of this. Luckily getting some work, for writing and other things, corporate stuff. So yeah, the big change for me, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always said I'd be happy getting paid minimum wage for the rest of my life if it was something that I enjoyed, like my writing and stuff. And now, just realising that working in these jobs, although it does, guarantee, well, not even guaranteed sometimes because you fucking don't get paid, but, it's money coming in that's going to, pay for stuff, pay your bills, pay your rent, whatever. But then I'm just like, they're just not even bothered, and I'm just, spending, grinding, going there every day, and it's just like, what the fuck am I doing? And so now I've just kind of thought, right, enough's enough. Let's go and do what I want to do and see how that goes. You put all the work in doing these jobs that you fucking despise. So I was like, why not to put all my effort into doing what I want to do?
What do you think people's conflicts are when they're making a massive change in their life? Because it sounds cliche, but we've only got a short time on this planet, and yet we don't seem to do the things that we know we need to do. Is it out of fear? Is it out of lack of faith in ourselves, lack of confidence? Is it just the society that we're in and the way that we're pushed in certain directions in society? What do you think the main sort of factor was for you that you didn't sort of do this sooner? Or why do you think people don't do things sooner when they know it's the right thing to do, essentially?
It's always, I think the main thing is always, self-confidence, I'd say, because sometimes people kind of think, oh, am I good enough to do this for a living? Can I make it work? But I always think the thing is the money. That's what it always, everyone knows that's what it always fucking comes down to. Am I going to have money at the end of the month to pay rent? Am I going to have money to put food on the table? Am I going to have money to put, clothes on my kids' backs? But then sometimes you're like, I'm working in a job that I'm fucking half-arsing. I'm missing out on stuff with family. I'm missing out on stuff with friends. Why not fucking sack that off and then do something that you want to do, that you're going to put more than 100% in every time because it's something that you want to do and that you care about? Because you will find the work. If it's something that you're really passionate about and really that you want to do, you will find the work. When you lose a job that you fucking hate and then you've got to go and find another one to pay your rent, you find another job, so you've put effort in there to find a job working wherever, in a fucking warehouse or something that you don't want to do, but you're doing it because, you need the money. So sack that off and do something that you want to do, because you'll make it work, because you'll go out and chase and you'll put more, you'll put 100 times more effort into a job application for something that you want to do. Whether you, I don't know, want to work at an art gallery or something, a curator or something like that, you'll put 100% more effort into applying for that job than you have for some job that you didn't really want.
Yeah.
And that you've just got just to, like you said, just to pay the bills and have a bit of money in your pocket.
I kind of want this song to like ignite sort of something in somebody. They ask themselves, well, what do I really want? Like you say, we're constantly bogged down by like money, aren't we? And everything's financial. But I know this might seem a bit philosophical, but if you could sort of look to your elder years and your deathbed almost, what what do you think matters the most to you? Like, out of everything, like, is it money? Is it creativity? Is it sort of what do you want to have sort of done and achieved, if that makes sense? Is it about being as rich as I can? What you sort of striving for? Like, I think sometimes we don't ask ourselves that enough. We're sort of in the here and now, aren't we? I've got to pay this bill and that bill, and obviously we have to, don't we? But kind of what I'm asking you is, what do you sort of want? What change do you have to make to get there?
I want to enjoy it. I want to have a good time. Like you said, we're not here for very long on the face of things, and yeah, I enjoy writing. I enjoy writing poetry. So I want to do that. I enjoy time with friends and family. So I want to do that. I don't enjoy time where I'm going to a job that I hate and people speak to you like shit, treat you like shit, like there's something better than you. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. That should be what anyone wants from life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, doing something that fills you with happiness and makes you feel good, and something that you can do where you can spend time with friends, spend time with family, and not have to be like, oh, sorry, I can't come out and do this because I've got to go to work. So for me, that's all. It's just being happy in what I'm doing. And I can't say there's really been many things where I've worked at places and I've been happy in what I'm doing. I've just been doing it again for a thing of it's a job and it's a wage. But do it, like I'd say to anyone, you know, do it now. I mean, it's never too late. But the sooner you do it, the longer you're going to have enjoying doing it. So, you know, like I say, I could have thought in 20 years' time, oh, I'll do it now. It's great. I've got to do what I wanted to do. But I've missed out on 20 years there. It's like now, like I'm 33, but, you know, I could have just decided 5 years ago and missed out on that 5 years or 10 years or whatever. But now I've decided, you know, I'm still, you know, not old. So, you know, I've still got plenty of time to enjoy doing this and doing what I want and find meaning in that and do it where I know I'm going to be happy. You know, and selfishly, your family's going to see you and your friends are going to see you, or they're happy because they're doing finally what they want to do and not being a fucking grumpy bastard because you hate what you're fucking doing at work and you hate it and you're just doing it because it's just money.
The song is about making a change, and obviously it marries up with quite a crucial time of your life as well, where you're sort of moving forward and making a big change in your life. Are you sort of going into that with fear, or are you feeling quite liberated by it and inspired by it?
Yeah, liberated. I wouldn't say fear. Obviously, there's always going to be some of that little thing in the back of your mind, but yeah, I feel inspired by it because I kind of know I've not got any other distractions.
And excuses.
Yeah, and excuses, yeah, because as I said, I was like, I've got to go out now and find this work, but then I know I'll put a lot more into it than I will being, oh, I've got work at first thing in the morning, so I'm not bothered doing whatever I was finishing this poem or sorting this writing out. I'll not bother, I'll leave it because I'm up early for work in the morning. I was like, nah, get rid of that, you know. And yeah, I feel liberated more than anything. And I feel happy. I don't, you know, because I always had that thing of where that anxiety and that, you know, sadness where it's like I just kind of want to do what I want to do. I'm stuck in this job and I kind of feel like people look at me and I'm like, you know, he says he wants to do this, but he's not really, you know, he still works in a fucking bar or, you know, works in a factory or something.
Need an epiphany to see that we can be free.
The song talks about an epiphany moment, really. It's part of the sort of lyrical imagery of it. What was your epiphany moment for making that big change in your life? Can you remember a specific moment where you thought, fuck this, I'm at the end of my tether with this, or was it sort of a gradual build up to that stage? Probably
a bit of both, really. Just sum it up, yeah. always having to chase my wages up, not getting paid, then getting paid half of what you're owed, and then just having back and forth with someone that doesn't really affect them in the slightest, really. You know, they're in a position where they can just, I don't need to pay right now. Well, I kind of need you to because I've got bills and stuff to pay. And just realising, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just fucking making someone else's dreams come true. Clearly don't give a shit about you. You know, why do this anymore? When I know that I'm good at something else, so I'll go and do that. And I'll make that work, and I'll find work doing that, rather than, you know, for some fucking knobhead who just can't be arsed paying me for the work that I've done, you know, and just kind of being an arse about it in a polite way. I mean, I could go on a fucking, you know,
tangent.
Yeah, a big fucking rant about how much of a twat they are, but that's just wasted energy. I don't need to do that.
I like that one.